Good morning, active traders, and welcome to this week's broadcast of Trading Week Ahead. Thank you so much for making us #1 in the whole industry for number of people registered. Great to see you here. As always, all information is for educational use only. Making real money winning trades lately is kind of fun. Just a reminder, today only, I've got a discount on my downloadable courses, not the bundles, but the individual courses using coupon code SAVE40. And here's an example of a trader who used that coupon to save. He saved almost $700. He bought $1,600 worth. That coupon code knocked it down to just $1,005 for him. So you guys don't have to order that much. It'd be great if you do, but just pick up one course, right? We've got a completely revamped and redesigned video. I'm looking at one of my shiny new monitors up here. I've got monitors all over the place, right? So proof of 5 monitors. Anyway, our video store looks revamped and much cleaner. They've separated the courses into modules, and I've improved the look of the courses, so do register for at least one of them. I would highly recommend, if you're a day trader, you've got to have tape reading mastery. I'm the original pro in tape reading. It's my 20 years of expertise in that. Plenty of other courses you can get as well. A lot of classic courses available. And also, too, I'd be remiss if I didn't remind you guys that I do have a new look for the Trading the Open live room site, and it's only $27, a money-back guarantee for a 30-day trial, and the regular monthly rate's now only $97 a month, so it's a bargain. And I trade live with proof of real money trades every single day. Really nice look, right? What do you guys think? Am I headed in the right direction? I'm just curious, what do you think of the new website design? Just quickly, one word. Does it starting to look better? I'm trying to get more modern looking with real money proof of real trades I've made. More mobile friendly, so my sites load blazingly fast on those dang cell phones. Tons of testimonials. Monthly's only $97, and 30-day trial with the money back guarantee is only $27. So I've got that for you, and I've got the instant video downloads page. Hopefully looking good. A lot better than it used to be, at least, right? Anyway, let's get on with it, Calhoun. Tell me what's hot, what's not, how to trade, what's going on. Well, our S&P is still in an uptrend continuation, despite some earlier selling late last week. Kind of 3 out of 4 red candles. We've had small green candle recovery. We're still in an uptrend continuation because we're holding over the 200 simple moving average line. But we still want it to get above new highs before aggressively going long. That will attract new buyers if we break over that 2865 mark or so. Support is down here at the 2760 at the 200 SMA. Now, in terms of rockstar charts, feedback that I got last week was, Ken, you go too fast. So maybe I shouldn't drink so much coffee. But I love coffee, and I love trading, and I love helping traders. It's what I do. And I like making lots of money. It's fun. Anyway, charts with big ranges like this, with clean, well-defined patterns, whether you're trading $50 stocks like GIS or $7 stocks like IGR, that is where success is, my friends. I've found with thousands of recent real money trades, you have to start with the end in mind, and you have to start with high-quality charts. Much like as the example I've given in the past, you're hiring employees for your business. You want people with a consistent track record of hard work, being productive and successful. You want that history, that same history visually from a chart pattern standpoint. Isolated chart patterns are how to blow up your trading account, like these momentum day trader kids are, hey, let's trade 5,000 shares of a $2 stock that's making a bull flag breakout, and they lose thousands of dollars and they don't tell traders about it. Don't be that kind of trader, and instead trade consistent charts. So things like that make sense. Another good pick is Eevee RI. And again, these are not trade recommendations. They're just examples of what my members have got. These are a couple of picks from small cap scans. This is one that my swing scans members got as swing scans members. You know that, right? We've been calling this thing. Anyway, what a run. Another good chart. Let's say a little more time on chart pattern explanations people had asked. Well, I've got about 15 minutes. Okay, so This is a minor gap continuation with a large green candle, and that's my favorite buy signal, is a large green candle, preferably on high volume, which this one was. We had a small gap. First day didn't do much, kind of up and down, but this day was a move up and it held. So that was a good buy signal over 50, right? And that's why I made it a call for the Swing Scans members. We also called that one in my live room, by the way, for day trades. For small cap charts, one of the things we're always looking for is breakouts above double top resistance cup patterns. Here's one top, here's a second top. The long signal is above that, and we're off to the races, right? Still worth the shot if it keeps going up. Bullish lower shadow down there. Not quite a hammer, but bullish lower shadow down there right at the 200 SMA led to a nice recovery upside move. That's one of my favorite chart patterns, is if you see a hammer or bullish engulfing near a major support line like 200 SMA or previous price action support line, makes sense. Be sure to learn from Steve Nissen how to trade candle charts. And just a quick reminder, a free event I'm speaking at Rob Hoffman's Wealth 365 event. Even if you've already registered, please re-register with this link, so that way I get credit for it and they know that I'm out there trying to get folks in. So I'll be speaking soon, in a week or two, at the Wealth 365 event. So do register for that, free. It's a good event. It's nice to have so many other colleagues and professionals speaking there. So I'm one of dozens of speakers that are giving away lots of prizes. I'm giving away prizes. So do join me for Wealth 365. It's the biggest online gathering of multi-professional speakers out there. So give it a shot. It's good. I've been speaking for them for the last couple of years. The older I get, the less I like travel, so that's why I haven't been speaking at some of the expos lately, because and also I've been so busy with the core business, doing these webinars 6 days a week, I really haven't had time to travel. What a chart here. Another minor gap continuation in Eevee RI, right? It ran up from 9 to 10. The support was way down here at 5. So that's a doubler. That's another quick visual tip. If you have this is an ideal chart, or it has been an ideal chart for 3 months, because not only did it double in price, but it did so without troublesome major dips and pullbacks. As a trader, I'll tell you, it's very frustrating to me to get into trades that pull back and stop me out, as happened yesterday, for example, in TVIX trying to buy bounces. How many of you have ever had the experience where directionally you're right, eventually it does go up, but from a trading standpoint, you still take stops? It's like, and then it goes up without you. It's very frustrating, and it still happens to me 20 years later after I first started trading. The protection against that, strategically, the intelligent way, is to, instead of, what I always do is I put a ladder of trades, or a position sizing sequence of trades, and hope the numbers work out. So instead of taking a big shot here, I get stopped out and runs without me. I'll take a small shot here, take a stop, try again. Okay, that works out. So far, so good. Take another shot at it. Maybe take another shot. That one gets stopped out. Take another shot at it. That keeps running. So overall, you build the trade over time sequentially. Like my colleague, the highly respect Tom Sosnoff. He's the best guy to learn from for directional volatility and for so much more at his Tasty Trade site. But anyway, what he says, and his team at Tasty Trade, is trade small, trade often. I do that. Thousands of trades the last 2 months. Real money trades, real capital at risk, and trying to make the numbers work out. What I've found is breaking your trades into pieces gives you multiple shots. And so that way you can survive a pullback. Instead of going in 1,000 shares and you just happen to suck out and it takes a stop loss, and then you sit on the sidelines and say, well, coulda, woulda, shoulda, and then it runs up 3 points without you. Instead of that, take multiple attempts at your trades, right? That's very important. If I could go back 20 years and coach my younger self, that would be the number one thing I would coach, is even tighter stops. I've always used tight stops, but even tighter stops than I used before, combined with multiple entries. That's the key to success in trading. And do it intelligently in a way that makes sense for you on your terms. You with me so far? I've had too much caffeine. IRDM, Iridium, look at this guy. We got a couple of bullish lower shadows off the 200, made a breakout above the cup pattern high. But that's a lot better than the alternative, like those trading educators that are like freaking watching paint dry. I don't even watch live webinars anymore from any competitors because they're just boring as heck. I'll be polite. So I like to be the guy who's more exciting, entertaining, authentic, based in real money trades, and hopefully, gives you an edge, some food for thought for minor changes that can make big results in your trades. Make a few minor adjustments. You should break every trade in half. Instead of 400 shares, break it into 200 share trades. Or instead of 1,000 shares, try 300 share trades. Split your trade up sequentially. You have to be a little more patient, especially if you're swing trading. But that's good. Anyway, previous resistance provides new support. We've got a bullish lower shadow there, and it's off to the races we go. We got some uncertainty. The one thing, who can visually tell me what's not good about the candle profile here? What do I not like? Hint, it's related to wavelength. I'll make it a little more obscure of a hint. But what's the bad thing about this congestion box in IRDM the last week or so? What's the kind of the poker tell or the warning, Will Rogers? Danger, Will Robinson. Whatever it was. Yeah, danger, Will Robinson. What's the thing we don't like? Right, John got it. And Nan and Mark and PN. Bob's right, Phil, Mukesh, Damon. You guys are all right, good. Mostly a lot of red candles. So though price action looks good, the story of the day's events, and especially valuable for swing trading, is that it ended up as a red day. So even though this is nice, and I may buy it over 28, the story visually is one of most selling days, despite, and that's in contrast to recent price action. But we have more recent red candles. So that's what tells the correct story technically. Is if I could draw a circle, I'd draw a circle there. That's more important than back here because this is more recent. So we're still price action traders, and it ran from 18 to 27, so it's a huge momentum run. But because of this, I'd push up my entry trigger further and use a smaller share size on the front end. So I'd still trade over 28.30 or so, but smaller share size is a countermeasure to the fact that we have red candles. And if you're a new trader, I'd just skip it because it doesn't look as good as, say, this guy that's mostly green candles lately. This guy too, almost all green candles lately. Now for intraday traders, anyone catch the run up in BPath yesterday? Schwang, that's the one that had ran up to 72. And my live room members, I called it long correctly at 17.7 for them. So that was a good call. If you're not a member of tradingtheopen.com, you really need to give it a shot. And by the way, although normally I just say one trial, lifetime per person, because I'm going through all these improvements and enhancements, you can retry the room if you want. And you stick around a month for the 27 if you want. But I think after you see the success rate of the alerts, like so many hundreds of other people, you'll stay with me for months, if not years, like so many have. But anyway, www.tradingtheopen.com. We cover instruments that move. Anyway, big move up for day traders and RBTH. The other one that I posted on my Twitter feed was this RBZ guy that did this. This was the one I called at 17.7. I'm sorry, not the BPath. I had a winning call in that one too during its run, but RBZ, the long call was 17.7 at the live room. We missed the first pre-market run, which is okay, but we got the pivot off the mean reversion. I've got about 5 or 6 minutes left. Often when you see a move up and then a pullback to around runs up, you missed it. And what you don't do is buy during the little bounces on the way down, so you die a death of 1,000 cuts. Wait for total full-on capitulation down to complete support, but at least 50%. That's another quick, intelligent pattern day trading strategy, is wait for a mean reversion of 50, no less than 50% before trying to buy a bounce. Because otherwise you get stopped out. At least I have. I don't know, if you're trading some of these ones I've traded lately unsuccessfully, like SEAL, SEEL, and some of the other cheap under $10 stocks. They do a big run up, they pull back down, they do a little tiny bounce, you buy, and then it keeps grinding its way just down all day long and never does come back to life. avoid that. Instead, wait for a capitulation sell-off. Like RBZ is down at support, right? Got kind of that is a big head and shoulders with a really big head, right? Left shoulder, big head, right head, kept going down. So our pattern recognition skills are correctly serving us well. I might buy it over 16. Again, not a trade recommendation, but I'm not going to nibble at it until we got a big volume pivot to the upside. That's another quick technical tip, especially valuable in our current markets, whether you're day or swing trading, is do be careful about not buying the first sign of a bounce, because that usually doesn't work. Wait until it's accompanied by a volume bar of at least 30 to 50% higher, whether it's on an intraday, minute by minute basis, or in a swing trade. For a day by day chart, look for a high volume move to accompany the reversal, because that tells you that not only do you have speculative longs coming in, which we all do on any bounce attempt is speculative longs, but you also at that point have a short squeeze, and you start to see the shorts worrying about staying short, and so they all kind of cascade into a short squeeze, which leads to a bigger pop. The way to visually tell that is large volume, so do be sure that you look for a volume to accompany whether you're intraday or swing trades. Here's an example. I correctly traded TVIX on the way up here, and I also profitably traded T-triple-Qs on its bounce. Now watch carefully. This chart you're seeing right now is TVIX. TQs is going to be the exact mirror image. Watch it flip like magic. There's an edge to be had there, and I bought it profitably on the bounce, right? So if you are playing extremes, you are playing bounces, make sure that it's at a likely region that's accompanied by high volume. See, the high volume here, it's kind of like the poker tell. If I had one of my decks of cards from Vegas here, I'd show you. That would be like your pocket, well, maybe ace king suited. Anyway, you got a good hand here, and I don't know if you want to do a shove or a double pot size bet, but anyway, when you see a good pivot signal, you'll often find pivots and breakouts that make sense in our current market. Once you have things like tweezer bottoms, I don't see a bullish hammer or bullish engulfing, but there was a tweezer bottom down here at high volume. It was selling volume being red volume. The recovery was pretty healthy on the green side, and that led to a nice run up, and that's where I traded. So if you're looking for these kind of charts, do be sure that you're on the right side of the fence and manage your trades intelligently. Remember, learn from people who actually really trade. I think it's an important distinction, and prove that they really trade regularly. There's so many posers out there, people that don't trade but still teach or allegedly teach, and they teach the wrong thing, which is dangerous. From a sector standpoint, biotechs and pharmaceuticals were up yesterday. Semiconductors are also relatively strong. That's the pharmaceutical sector. Semiconductors have been reasonably strong as well. From a commodity standpoint, the only thing that I'm looking at for long swing trades is oil, crude oil. I've been calling UWT long since 1050 for everybody. So congratulations if you took my paper trading advice to buy up some UWT. I like this chart because big picture, a bounce in crude has plenty of upside, at least to the 26,200 SMA for UWT. So it's another play for you. I've got to run, gang. Thanks for being here. I do appreciate it. Just a reminder, do join me at the Wealth 365 event. I put the link in the chat box. And it's also, I just posted it at Twitter. And also, you can go to tradingvideos.com, one of the hundreds of domains I own. That'll forward you to the Trade Mastery site, and you can use the coupon code of SAVE40 for today only. And again, this is an example of a trader who bought 1,600 worth, and he saved almost 700, so a huge saving. And it's you have my word, they're very good courses. Most of them are a couple of years old, so it's not like they're recorded yesterday. For up to the minute training, be sure to subscribe at my live room at tradingtheopen.com. Or for swing traders, we're coming up on swing scans in about 10 minutes here, so I got to wrap and prep for that. So Anyway, tradingvideos.com, newly updated pages for all the different courses. Been working day and night for this stuff. It's funny, the guys have been helping me. The main guy is a guy from the UK. He's all like 25 years old. Whenever you want to figure out how to do stuff better on the internet, ask somebody half your age, okay? This guy's a top-rated design consultant, and he's really helped me improve my websites, and I'm deeply grateful to him and mostly to all of you guys for telling me, hey, Ken, update your sites. They're looking a little cluttered and outdated, so your wish is my command. I've been working on that really, really hard this past week especially. So I got so many winning calls from my members, and we got lots of great charts to work with. Do be sure to work on rockstar charts that have consistency and directional trend strength. And let's go get them. You know, I want you guys to make money as traders. That's why we're all here together. And I hope that I can be a catalyst to helping you achieve the goals that you've got set for yourself, and do it in an intelligent, focused, well thought out, strategic way. And a big thanks to Mira for the admonishment to keep it clean. I kept it squeaky clean. I didn't use any cuss words today. And it sounds much more professional. You're right. So thank you. Always tell me if anyone has any suggestions. I always adopt anything that makes sense, because you folks are really smart. And collectively, you're all smarter than me, all the wisdom of hundreds of people put together. So I appreciate the kind words and the thoughts, right? I'm here to help and to do it with authenticity in a way that makes sense. So thanks for making us number one. That kind of leads to a new interface that I am not fond of. I like this classic interface. Anyway, thanks to all of you for being here. I'll see you guys next time. Until next time, you know the routine. Trade with passion. Trade for profits. Keep the stops tight, and let's go get them. So take care and best wishes. Oh, thanks, Mary. Appreciate it. Hey, thanks, Bill. Saying fun. Hey, you're welcome, TJ. Hey, John. Hey, Mukesh. Hey, Jim. Hey, Wendy. Hey, Mark. Thanks, everyone. Well, you are saying, Brian, you guys are certainly welcome. And see, it's not some big pitch fest, a little bit of sales, but 95% authentic, real content based on real money trades. And that's what my edge strategically in the marketplace is. My consultants always ask me, what's your USP? Well, I'm authentic. Wins, stops, and draws, I disclose things, and I'm very honest about my business. And I hope that I can help you from my lessons learned the hard way, and hopefully you guys don't take stops and you learn the difference between successful patterns that work and trade strategies from a trade management perspective and everything else. So anyways, I got to run. I've got swing scans coming up in a few minutes. Do try out my services. I do have trial memberships for all of the subscription services, so you can try them at zero risk, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care and best wishes for success.